Yeah. So some of our customers, our main customers are manufacturers. So they'll need plastic or rubber components, and it's all plastic or rubber.
So it's basically inputs into an OEM product of some kind.
That's the biggest percent of our business. And then we also have two of our customers sell direct to customer, like commodity type stuff. So those are like two of our customers.
Can you give me an example of what that kind of product looks like, or like
a protective cup? So we'll basically, and it's all, that stuff's imported. So we're, essentially a middleman for, brokering deals offshore. So
basically, somebody comes to you with a demand for a certain product or component, and you find a overseas manufacturer to manufacture it. You import it,
correct,
and then sell it as the customer needs it, more or less.
Correct. Yeah, and everything, like, we're not building a stock. We'll have like a buffer stock if we know somebody's going to order something, but we're not doing any advertising or anything for these products. We're just giving them to the customer.
How much revenue did the business do last year?
Last year was 629, but our trailing 12-month is at 1,012.
So you almost doubled.
Yeah, and 24.
Is that because you came into the family business? Is it all?
Are you the
credit for it?
I really like to think so. I think my dad will say the same thing. But 2024, it was 380,000 was top line.
So he managed to double it without you, but then you doubled it again.
I came in. Well, I don't want to discredit my dad, but but when I came in at the end of May last year, our revenue was 194. So we basically did 400,000 in the kind of the second half of the year. And a big part of that was solving our supply chain issues. My dad's pretty old school and he doesn't like computers. So everything was on paper. We'd get a PO from a customer and it'd have a few different lines with a few different delivery dates, and he'd write down, paid the balance of this, sent this out on this date on the physical sheet of paper, and you'd have all these unorganized files and stuff like that. So one of the biggest things I did so far was basically create like a supply chain system. I don't know if you've heard of Notion, like a desktop app.
Yeah. So
created this database on there that, I have track of all the orders and everything. And we were a year late on orders before that.
And so but basically you had a big backlog of orders that you were not able to fulfill from the supplier.
Yeah, and we almost lost our biggest customer because of it, because we shut down the production line, because we were literally a year late on their products.
And what was the root cause of that?
So Chinese New Year put my dad in a bind that last year. And everything before then was kind of like 3 months late or whatever, and shipping partials, quantities of stuff that, just to get something out, put everything into the database, all open orders, all open quantities of everything, and just invest in buying the parts. We basically spent as much money as we could on getting the inventory to, fill those open orders that were late. And it worked. And the main growth of the business over time has just been companies growing, our customers growing.
And so basically the customer grows, they're buying some of their inputs from you, right. And so their demand for those inputs grow.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so like these are examples of the types of products that you make.
Correct.
Like what does this go into? This looks like a Lego piece.
Yeah. So all these are for the same customer, and they are end caps for like portable wall systems.
Yeah.
So like temporary walls, like construction, whatever it is. But they go into end caps into extruded metal.
And so basically somebody is making the extruded metal in the US or making the other components of it, and they have certain components that they need a supplier for, and right. You are that supplier.
Right.
How many end customer relationships do you have? Are you managing?
14.
14
main.
And like how many new customer relationships have you brought in the last year?
So two.
So percentage-wise, I mean, that's 15% or so more.
Yeah. 2 feels such a small number, but you know, what I want to talk about